Hi, Naveen. Good morning.
Morning, everyone. Yeah, I hope today you people able to listen my voice and correct, na?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
right.
clear
So
compared to.
yesterday something issue. So I changed the settings. It's working fine. Yeah, for today's agenda, so we are going to see about the understanding about the continuous integration. Okay, so we already know there are four pillars of the DevOps. So we have the continuous integration, and we have the continuous delivery, and we have the configuration management, and we have the continuous monitoring. So let me note down here. So these are the four pillars of the DevOps. These are the four pillars of the DevOps. So one is for continuous integration, continuous delivery, and configuration management, and continuous monitoring. Okay, so we have four things. So one is for continuous integration and continuous delivery. Okay, continue configuration management and continuous monitoring. So first of all, we have to understand what is the meaning of continuous integration and what is the use case we are working on the continuous integration. Clear? So before understanding about the continuous integration, before understanding about the continuous integration, so first of all, so we have to understand so how the project. So suppose whenever we got a project from any organization, so what was the process we have to follow till now, and what are the difficulties are available, and then how we can able to improve the process. Okay, so these things we have to understand. Let us suppose we got a project from XYZ client, and within 30 days we have to develop my project. Within 30 days we have to complete our project. So this is our agenda. Okay, 1 minute, guys. Sorry guys, sorry for delay. Right. Okay. So first of all, the main whenever we got a project from client, any client, so we have to deliver your project within 30 days. That is our agenda here. Okay. So first of all, we have to know. So what are the process we have to follow? Whenever we got any project, what are the process we have to follow? So do we need to directly developing the project, or we have to analysis or design? Can anyone tell me? Guys, can anyone tell me? Suppose we got a project from the client. So all of a sudden, what we can do, whether we have to do some kind of process, or we can directly.
We have to follow SDLC process.
Process.
Exactly. We have to do some kind of process. So SDLC is very, very important here. So whenever we got a project from any kind of organization, and we have to follow SDLC process. The SDLC is nothing but some people they are saying the software development life cycle. So the main thing is SDLC, system development life cycle. System development life cycle. System development life cycle. The SDLC is nothing but system development life cycle. In the SDLC process, we have some kind of process here. So what are the some kind of rules here in the SDLC process? So one is for analysis and design. Analysis and design. Second one is development. Third one is
Testing.
what's the testing? Correct. Testing. Once the testing is completed, fourth one, we'll go for the pre-production and production. Correct, na? So we'll go for the pre-production. So please make sure, guys. So pre-production and production. And finally, we are going for maintenance of the project. So this is very, very important here. If you take any project in the world, so they have to follow this process. This is called as SDLC process. You might having one doubt. So how we are going to follow these kind of process? How we are going to follow this process? So we are going to follow any methodologies, or whether we are going to follow any kind of environment. So to manage this kind of process, so we have to do some kind of environment here. So we have to analysis and design, right? Someone needs to do analysis and design in where? Some environment, right? So for all this process, we have to convert it into 4 different types of environment. So one is for development environment, qual environment, certain environment, and production environment. So coming to the developer environment, only developers are working together. Coming to the development environment, only developers are working together. So coming to the qual environment, only QA people are working. So what are the QA people working here? So here the testing will be taken care. So development, in the development environment, we have to take care 1 and 2, analysis and design and development. Testing is completed. In the certain environment, so here the stakeholder. So pre-production, all pre-production configuration will be taken care. And finally, we have to go for the production. This is the live. And maintenance, you might have wondered, sir, what is the meaning of maintenance? We should not maintain any kind of environment for the maintenance. Maintenance is nothing but once your application will go to live, if we get any kind of issues, then immediately the issue will be developed in the developer environment, and it should be tested in the tested environment, and it should be certain environment, and finally production environment. Clear, everyone? And there is a one more interview question also. Yesterday I raised one important interview question. What is that? Suppose we are getting one issue in the production environment. So we are getting one issue in the production environment. All of a sudden, so your client is pinging you, so saying that there is a one issue in the production, please change accordingly. You should not. Okay, even you have access for production, you should not change accordingly. Okay, so we have to follow some process here. How it is follow? So whenever we are getting production, Then first we have to develop in the developer environment, then qual environment, then set environment, and finally in the production environment. Finally in the production environment. So this is very, very important. Okay. So we know the SDLC and we have the analysis, design, development, testing, pre-production, and maintenance. So what are the implementation? How we can able to implementation this process? So for this, we have SDLC methodologies. For this, we have SDLC methodologies. We have SDLC methodologies. So what are the SDLC methodologies we are using? So first one is waterfall model and spiral model. So you might be heard about, So if you see the waterfall and the spiral model, you might be heard about this news, right? So when we are in the academics, if you are in a BE, BTech, or if you are in MCA, right? So in that scenario, you people are working on these two models. So during the time, if you heard about the software engineering, so if you go for the software engineering in that scenario, you will go for the waterfall model and spiral model. And second one is lean methodology. And third one is ITIL model. And fourth one is agile process. Okay. So these are the SDLC methodologies. Okay. First of all, I will give you one line statement for to remember all this process. So waterfall model, spiral model is nothing but this is for lengthy. Okay, it is dependent for companies here, not dependent with the client. Suppose we have to complete our project within 30 days, right? That is our agenda. So first day we will get a requirement from all the clients. So we are going to develop till 30 days. On 31st day, we will reach the client. Suppose on 31st day, if we get any feedback from the client, so we have to extend your project will be 30 to 40 days or 50 days. Companies are benefiting. Lot of people we can recruit, but the clients are not happy. And coming to the lean methodology, so here the feedback is introduced. Customer feedback was introduced. Customer feedback was introduced. Customer feedback was introduced. So this is lean methodology. Customer feedback was introduced. And coming to the ITIL model, in this ITIL model, so here your entire application will be converted into the two parts. So as of now, in layer process, all that front end application, back end, or any development and development operation team, nothing is there. We have only for single team. The single team we can recruit 20 people or 30 people, so they can start working. But now in the ITL process, your application will be converted into two parts. So one is for application development team and application maintenance team. See, application development team will be taking care about the development of the application. So here the developers, testers, and QA people will come into the picture. And application maintenance team. Application maintenance team is nothing but, so here system administrator, okay, Linux administrator, and DBA, web server admin, application server admin. So the team is converted into two parts. This is the ITIL model. In Agile, so right now 95%, 90% of the organizations are following this Agile process. 90% of organizations are following the Agile process. So you will get one interview question also. Okay. Do you know any kind of SDLC methodologies? Do you know any kind of SDLC methodologies? Do you know any kind of SDLC methodologies? That is interview question. That is for one interview question here. So do you know any kind of SDLC methodologies? You can simply say that, yeah, I know a few SDLC methodologies like waterfall, spiral, lean, ITL model, and agile model, but I didn't get a chance to work on about 4 SDLC process. But currently, I'm working in the agile implementation. So agile is very, very powerful, guys. Okay, out of 100 companies, 90 companies are using the agile process. So let me explain the agile process here and what are the how we can able to implement. what is our main agenda? Our main agenda is we have to complete our application, right? We have to develop our application within 30 days. Within 30 days, we have to develop our application and we have to deliver it to the customers, right? So in the agile model, what we can do, so your entire application will be converted into n number of features. That features are nothing but user stories. Suppose you have the application, right? Our application will be converted into 6 features. 6 features, right? So what is the feature? Okay, suppose we have one application. Okay, first front end part, so we have to create some web pages, and back end part we have to create some logics to store the customer data. So like this, they are converted into, we see, multiple features. These features are nothing but user stories. User stories. Okay, so next one is 6 features are nothing but user stories. So next one is what we can do. And apart from these user stories, you have to convert your entire time period into my number of sprint is nothing but, see here we have 30 days, right? So we have to convert it like this: 1 to 10 days, 10 to 20 days, 20 to 30 days. Clear, everyone? So 1 to 10 days, 10 to 20 days, 20 to 30 days. So this is very, very important. 1 to 10 days. Okay, this feature, this is the character sprint. So right now our time period, we have converted to 3 sprint. Okay, 3 sprint. So this is very, very important. Your entire time period will be converted to n number of sprint. Usually in the organization level, 2 weeks, for every 2 weeks will be one sprint. Every 2 weeks will be one sprint. If you take any organization in the world, every 2 weeks will be one sprint, or based on the it is dependent with your it is dependent with the, right? So it is dependent with our company wise. Some companies are working on one sprint, some companies are working on uh, 1 month also, some companies are working 2 weeks also. So this is very important here. Clear? So we have 6 features. Clear? Now the 6 features will be developed into two like this, two. Clear? The 6 features will be converted into two. So this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Any doubts till now? Any doubts till now?
If the project is for 1 year, how can we do the sprint?
Sorry?
If the project is for 1 year,
Let
how
me
the
tell you.
sprint will be
No,
divided?
no. Yeah, let me explain. Suppose if your project is, yeah, exactly, one sprint. Okay, so if the project is 1 year, how they can divide it now? So there might be considered as a quarter wise, or
Okay.
they will be considered as a quarter wise. See how they are planning now. So let us suppose they are planning, let us suppose 4 quarters, right?
Yeah.
Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. So like this, that is based on the organization level. Suppose your project will be converted into 1 month, okay, 1 year.
One
So
year.
how they can do correctly, exactly. So one is
12
1 quarter,
months.
so 1 quarter, correct na? So
Yeah.
this is for 90 days, 90 to 120, correct na?
Yeah. 90 to 180.
180, 180 to 240, correct?
270.
270, yeah, 270.
365.
270, 365. Okay, so here how they can convert it na? So within 1 to 90 days, this is for Q1, correct?
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Clear na? So
Yeah.
how they can categorized? So this is for here the entire quarter will be converted to n number of sprint. Let us say the sprint we can call it as, maybe your sprint will be S1 to S5. Got it, Arun?
Okay.
Clear? So
Yeah.
from S1 to S5, they are going to develop, they are going to test, they are going to everything. Correct na? At the end.
These are all major modules, right?
Yeah, exactly. So once it is developed within 90 days, so they will do one production deployment.
Okay.
Agree?
Okay.
Yeah. So once it is moving one quarter wise, they will develop one feature into production. So next quarter, so they can enhance same way the S1 to S5 for quarter two, right? How they can differentiate? So
Same
Q2,
bugs will be transferred here if the bugs are
exactly.
available.
Bugs if bugs are available. So in the second quarter onwards, it should be like this. Whether it should be bugs, whether it should be
Yes.
bugs plus enhancement. Correct? Agree?
S6 to S10. Okay.
Enhancement. Right. Same Q3. When it is coming to the Q3, new version will come. Agree?
Okay.
Yeah, and Q4. See,
Okay. Same
every
bugs plus enhancement. Same
exactly
continue.
in the sprint level, what I can do, every sprint will be 2 weeks. Within two
Was
weeks after within 2 weeks, S1 sprint will contain 2 weeks. S1 sprint will contain 2 weeks. So 2 weeks they are going to develop the project. S1 sprints will be 2 weeks. Correct, na?
yeah.
In the 2 weeks, they can able to develop, they can able to test, they can able to build it. Once the testing is completed, pre-production. Pre-production is complete, they are going to the production. So that is based on the release management. Their organization release management team will be considered like this. Based on that, they can able to enhance. Understand? Because
Okay.
old
Okay.
model, suppose old model, let us think about same process. If you want to do the old waterfall model or spiral model, so until 365 days, you should not deploy them into the production. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So on 365 day, we will go connect with client customer and we will explain them. Suppose if the customer get any feedback, na, again we have to extend our project. So that's why the agile process is very powerful. Clear, everyone? Agile, how
Okay.
why agile is very important here? Why agile is very important here? Yeah, this is very important. Okay, so let's come to our process. So we are categorized only 30 days, right? Right. So 1 to 30 days, 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 3 2 features, right? Okay. So now coming to the another process here. Okay, 1 to 10 days, what we can do? What are the two? What are the things? First of all, as for analysis and design. So we can say development. So 1 to 5 days, I can categorize the development and testing. 6 to 7 days. Pre-production. 8 to 9 days. Production 10th day. Production is 10th day. Got it, na? Clear? So we have the development in 1 to 5 days. 1 to 5 days. Clear, Arun? So
Yes, bro.
our agenda is within 10 days we have to complete our project. So development is 1 to 5 days, 6 to 7 days, 8 to 9 days, 10th day. On 10th day we have to follow. Right. So from 1 to 5 days everything is going smooth here. If you take that 1 to 5 days everything is going smooth. Why everything is going smooth? Because development. So 1 to 5 days only development is going on. 1 to 5 days only development is going on. So within the development, only developers will split their user stories into n number of tasks and they are working. And coming to the testing, what is the meaning of testing here? What is the meaning of testing? Can anyone tell me?
Once the developer writes the code, we have to test each and every code whether working is right or
Correct,
not in
correct.
the
So
current environment.
whatever the exactly. So me make sure, guys. Okay. So whenever the development is completed, so we have to combined all the code. We have to combine all the code, and that code we have to test into the multiple ways. That is called as integration testing. So if you want to perform the integration testing, so first we have to integrate your project. It's very challenging. Integration is very challenging here. Correct? Huh? Integration is very challenging. 1 to 5 days, everything is fine. While coming to the 6 to 7, test challenging. Integration, nothing but one people will combine all the code. They have to keep into separate environment. They have to test it. In the integration testing, we have to lot of issues. Integration issues will come because in the development level, there might be working on one environment. There might be working on one operating system, but whereas in the testing level, it might be separate environment. Okay, maybe the code compatibility issue, maybe the version compatibility issues. Okay, we might be having a lot of integration issues. So if you want to test, first we have to resolve the integration issues. Who is responsible? If you ask for developers are saying that no. But again, all the people we have to combine and the people we have to work. So integration will be, we may extend 2 to 3 days extra. Actually, our plan will be 10 days, but when it is coming to the implementation, 3 days extra. For one sprint, 3 days extra. For 3 sprint, 3 into 3, 9 days extra. Is client will happy? Because whenever we are telling that we are saying to client within 30 days, we are developing our project. But whereas when it is coming to the implementation, so because of some integration kind of issues, so 9 days are extra. But who is responsible to helping here? So here the DevOps engineer will come into the picture here. Okay. So instead of see, when we are going to integration here, the integration is happening in the 6th day, correct? So instead of waiting for 6th day, if you want to start your integration first day itself, then your issue will be resolved. So here, this is called the continuous integration. The continuous integration will come into the picture. How we can able to do? Let me draw a small diagram. You can understand very clearly. So first thing is, once a developer is completed their coding in their local machine, they come into some tools that is called as a Git. To keep application code. To keep application code. So second one is Maven here. So because I am just in the point of Java based application. Most of the enterprise projects in the world are Java based. Most of the enterprise projects are Java based only. So that's why I'm telling based on the Java, based on the Java here. So we take the Maven. Maven is a tool here. So Maven will be responsible to compile and packaging the project. Packaging the project. So here the packages are be var file or jar file. Don't worry about it. Whenever we are going to discuss this tool, I'm going to explain in depth. But for the time being, I am just explaining the use case here. Okay. So Maven. So after that, we'll go for the some tools will be there. Nexus. So to store the packages, this is an artifact tools to store artifacts. Once an access is completed, check the code performance. To check the code performance. So finally, once the code is done, we have to deploy into some server, web server, right? Let's say Tomcat server, application server, Tomcat. Right. So see, irrespective of whether the DevOps engineer are there or not there, so these some tools are using, right? These are the tools are using here. Okay, but the problem is here, So everyone is doing tools, but while integrating, we have to do manually. Some persons will be there to, but when we are doing the manual process, we are getting integration issues. Correct? So here, the DevOps engineer will use the continuous integration tool that is called as a Jenkins to automate all the tools in your application. Okay. So here the Jenkins is nothing but a continuous integration tool to automate all the process. Jenkins, first thing, whatever the manual process here, we can able to create a job and we can like, so to get the code from the Git. To get a code from the Git repository. Second one is to compile and packaging. Third one is to store the artifacts. Fourth one is to check code performance. Fifth one is deploying the Tomcat server. Deploying to Tomcat server. So this is very, very important here. Okay. So in the Jenkins level, so the Jenkins, see whatever the manual process we are doing here, we are going to automate all the process. Clear everyone? See, as per this diagram, so first day, let's say first day, when the developer commit the code, right? First day, what they can do, developers are developing the project. At the end of the day, they commit the code into the Git repository. See, the integration first day itself, because of when the DevOps engineer will use the continuous integration tool, so we no need to wait till 6th day or 7th day to integrate your project. In first day itself, we can able to integrate. So whenever the developer commit the code into the Git repository at the end of the day, the Jenkins will automatically Git to Maven, Maven to Nexus, so like this automatically it will be deployed. Automatically it will be automated. In first day itself, it should be compiling the project, packaging the project, and deploying the project. When it is coming to the second day, if any issues on the first day, it should be resolved. So issue resolved, and continue the development. And coming to the fifth day, all issues will be resolved till fourth day, and fifth day development is also completed. See, when it is coming to the 5 days, development is completing, testing is completing, integration is completing. Directly in the sixth day, go for the pre-production, and seventh day production. That's it. See, here everything is automation process. So earlier, whenever we are performing the manual process without DevOps engineer, so that should be completed for 13 to 14 days. But whereas when we are using the continuous integration tool to automate all kind of manual process, it should be completed within 7 days. So that's why this is an advantage. That's why we can give it as a continuous integration tools will be Git, Maven, Jenkins, Nexus, Sonar. All the tools will, whatever the tools are available in this screenshot, in the diagram, we are going to cover all the tools in the continuous integration. Clear everyone now? What is the meaning of continuous integration? Continuous integration is nothing but to automate all kind of manual process in the deployment process. Okay, next one is continuous delivery. Continuous delivery is nothing but in the environment level. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about the use case of the continuous delivery. Any questions till now? Guys, I would request to please tell your questions. So we'll clear everyone. Any questions? Or I can ask. Khalil, Ajay, Abhilash, Arun,
Yes.
Lakshman.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, JFrog. Yeah, correct. Lakshman. JFrog and Nexus are both are artifact tools. Those are the JFrog. See, if really want to DevOps tool, na, thousands of DevOps tools will be there. So for every requirement, at least you have to learn one tool. So what is an all you might having?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just missed the question.
Yeah, tell me, Ablash. No, you can ask any question.
Yeah,
No,
sure.
actually, Lakshmi is asking that. So JFrog is also similar to Nexus, correct? Class duration will be 1 hour because right now the theory sessions, right? So whenever I started from Monday onwards, I will start with the Git. So from Git onwards, 1 hour session, everything is practical. That's why till the time I'm just explaining the terms. So whatever the terms are using in the DevOps level. So if I directly explain the Git now, you didn't understand, right? Why Git will come into the picture and what are the continuous integration, what are the continuous delivery, what are the tools will be there. Tell me, Ablash. I hope doubt is clear, Naresh, right? Ablash, tell me your doubt.
No, I don't have any questions actually for now.
Okay. No problem, Lakshmi. So we'll provide one group, whoever is confirmed from today. So please, guys, please check with them. Whoever is, please check with them. And so tomorrow, maybe we are going to continue same link only. From Monday onwards, we are going to change the link. The link meeting link will be changed because of regular sessions. Uh, yeah, don't worry. So whoever is female, right? Female associate can have gap. Even we have more number of gap, don't worry. So we have the provision in the organization, so we can tell and we can keep the gap.
Now,
Actually, don't
how that
worry
gap
on it.
can be filled?
So first you can
Just one query: how that gap can be filled?
no, because I am saying about the female associate. For
Yeah,
female
that's right.
associate
Exactly.
during the
Even
marriage.
I have one person.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to check like how it can be done.
No, we can simply say that after marriage is done, so kids are there and till the kids are growing, I didn't work, so they can accept it. But male
Oh,
associate they can't accept it.
exactly. That's right.
Yeah, female is we have the
Oh,
provision.
provision is that okay? So like
Yeah,
they will be considered as a fresher, or they have to go with some experience.
no, that is based on the for freshers also. Some companies they will take it freshers. Some companies will not take it as fresher. In that scenario, you have to make our gap as an experience.
Okay. So you will guide that person also
Yeah, you are
accordingly.
eligible actually. Don't worry. Yeah, exactly. See, let me tell you. So whoever is joining the sessions, you people will come up with empty mind here. Okay. So whatever the requirements, whatever the things required to surveying the job for the DevOps engineer, I will take care about it. But you people,
Okay.
but you people
So
do everyday practice. Every day only for 1 hour is enough. 1 hour you already you're joining the sessions, right? At least if whoever is some people are working, right? If it is not possible, at least 2 days or 3 days in a week, you can sit and you can practice it.
okay. So how many years we can show as a person? Like if we have from different technology, and if you want to move to cloud, so with the current
No,
training
no, no, no,
experience.
no problem. See, whatever the see, 2 to 3 years you can keep it currently working on the DevOps side. So existing experience, you can keep it old technology. That is also possible.
Okay. Sure.
Suppose Abhilash, you have 10 years, right? You are
Yes,
working on some
exactly.
kind of Linux. Linux administration.
Mhm.
Linux administration, right? So now what I can do, you can change your resume. You can simply say that last 3 years onwards, I'm working on a website. Existing, I'm working on Linux administration. They can accept it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Clear?
Sure, sure. Yes.
You don't need to keep all 10 years into that. Yeah, calls, right now, calls are very less, but the people are wishing the calls will be there because last year we don't have much calls. So the people are expecting to get the calls this quarter. See, I'm telling you one more thing, guys. Please believe your hard work, okay? Please believe your hard work. Every day, you have to listen your session and practice at least 3 days a week. It's more than enough. You can easily surveying the job. The main intention is surveying the job is important. So getting the interview is very simple. If you want, I have 150 interview questions. I will send you today itself. You can buy hard it. You can easily get a job. But once you getting a job, once you enter the industry, it's very difficult, right? So my intention is to you people surveying the job.
ಮುಗೀತು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬಿಡ್ರಿ
So same question. I listen. If you have what this again, we need to start the job only previously. So we are. Yes, Lakshmi. So some this work. So you keep freshly as a recent. We are working on the webs. That's it. Don't worry about it. Continue our sessions, okay? So we will keep on every day 1 or 2 minutes. I will keep on telling these kind of interview level and what are the interview level questions are available and realistic scenarios. The agenda for these yesterday, today, and tomorrow session will be just introducing the terminologies what we are working on the DevOps side. Clear? Thank you, guys. Please join tomorrow on the same time. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Arvind. Good morning.
Morning, everyone. Yeah, I hope today you people able to listen my voice and correct na?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, right.
Clear
So
compared to
yesterday something issue. So I changed the settings. It's working fine. Yeah, for today's agenda, so we are going to see about the understanding about the continuous integration. Okay, so we already know there are 4 pillars of the DevOps. So we have the continuous integration, and we have the continuous delivery, and we have the configuration management, and we have the continuous monitoring. So let me note down here. So these are the 4 pillars of the DevOps. These are the 4 pillars of the DevOps. So one is for continuous integration, continuous delivery, and configuration management, and continuous monitoring. Okay, so we have 4 things. So one is for continuous integration and continuous delivery, okay, continue configuration management and continuous monitoring. So first of all, we have to understand what is the meaning of continuous integration and what is the use case we are working on the continuous integration. Clear? So before understanding about the continuous integration, before understanding about the continuous integration, so first of all, so we have to understand so how the project. So suppose whenever we got a project from